Hello everybody, it's Batman, and I wanted to make this video, just make a quick video and expose something. So there's this guy named Six. He is a guy that makes Naruto content, debates, whatnot, etc. And he makes really good content, and most of his content I pretty much agree with. This is why I joined his Discord, and I'm expecting to join a Discord of that would at least have some smart people, I guess, but definitely not people that are intelligent like Six and Seth and Swag. I'll just put that out there. But anyways, that's not the point. So I joined this guy's Discord, right? I'm gonna pull up his YouTube channel as well. But actually, what am I doing? Being stupid. Just go on fucking YouTube. So I literally join his Discord, and everyone wants me to go into a voice chat to literally debate if Prime Alive Nagato, okay, if Prime Alive Nagato has the Jinjuriki tailed beast, okay, as the Paths of Pains, and they also all have the Rinnegan. And then literally like from the Paths of Pains, it would be starting from 4 tails all the way to 9 tails. So the Jinjuriki beasts, tailed beasts are the Paths of Pain, you know, and that's a big deal, okay? Like, he also has the Geto statue. He's the original user of the Rinnegan, okay? So not the fake user, the user. So meaning he awakened the Rinnegan, not Madara, okay? And it's Prime Alive Nagato. So, like, not Edo, Prime Alive Nagato, which you already know that significantly gives you a big amp, okay? And with all of his utility, like everything in his utility belt, his hack abilities, what he can do, with the passive pains, then all the passive pains with their Jinjuriki abilities as well, him having the Geto statue, being able to use a change, so on and so forth, put all the tail beasts inside of the Geto statue, and then you use the Geto statue as a weapon, and also fucking turn the Geto statue into the 10 tails if you wanted to and control it, and then fucking become literally the 10 tail Jinjuriki beast. You know what I mean? Like, all these fucking things he has at his disposal, bro. Okay? Against EMS Madara. And I'm talking about the Madara that literally fought Hashirama, like the first time, and then Hashirama beat him, and then they decided to form an alliance. You know what I mean? So not Valor of the End Madara, okay? I'm talking about EMS Madara that only has perfect Susanoo, so no knowledge of the Rinnegan, nothing. You know what I mean? Doesn't have the 9 tails, just EMS Madara, okay? And I joined a voice chat, and I kid you not, all because I had a difference in opinion, because I thought Nagato could potentially have certain win conditions, you know, that all the people were disagreeing with me, whatever. It turned from a 1v1 debate, then to a 1v20 debate in voice chat, and then to literally me getting muted, you know what I mean, in voice chat, so they were able to talk over me. Because they would ask me a question, and then I would try to explain, and then they would cut me off and ask me another question. And then so they would then mute me so they can talk over, and then when they literally muted me for the third time, I said, if you mute me one more time, I'm gonna leave voice chat because it's disrespectful. I'm not doing that to you guys, and so on and so forth. Blah blah. Like, if I'm talking, let me talk. If you're talking, I'll let you talk. And they continued on. They said, all right, we won't meet you. And then they just kept talking over me and talking over me and talking over me and cutting me off and answering a question with a question, and then asking to prove things that are literally just either irrelevant or, better yet, that has never even happened in Naruto. You know what I mean? And then literally it just got to the point where, like, since they just kept on talking over me, blah blah, and then it got back finally to 1v1. Then I just started getting very aggravated. It's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, you're literally answering a fucking a question with a question. You keep talking over me, okay, and you literally fucking are just I don't know, just being like so fucking frustrating to debate with, and like, and basically, like, I'm just debating with the guy, and we're going, and then out of nowhere I just get banned, like, just banned, and then that's it, and I'm out of the chat. So it's like, If you're expecting to go into his Discord and be able to type freely or be able to utilize voice chat and be able to debate freely, don't. Because if either his friends don't agree with you or the chat doesn't agree with you, or whatever, or it's all in favor with a lot more people, whether you're right or wrong, okay, and whether Six is even there or not, they're just gonna ban you from the Discord. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They don't care about you. Blah blah. If they're not right, they're gonna ban you. So I am saying to do not, and I mean absolutely do not, join their Discord. Okay, and state a difference of opinion, or try to debate something, and because if someone if someone disagrees with you, they're gonna ban you. Okay, just keep that in mind. Like, literally, if I just left the voice chat, I probably wouldn't have gotten banned. But shit, I would rather be banned than eventually just being banned in the future. Because if that is literally their mentality, all because you have a difference in opinion and are simply just debating, you know what I mean? Like, not, like, that's ridiculous. I've seen Six in many, many debate videos, Swag and Seth, and never have I seen the disrespect that I received in that video. And I have it recorded. It's on my channel. I did release it. I have it recorded. So it's all there. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of whether if I was winning the debate or not, the amount of disrespect that I had to experience was absolutely ridiculous. Of getting muted 3 times, getting talked over, cut off millions of times, then me literally practically almost the whole debate having to answer their questions and prove things, when they would literally not answer any of my questions or prove, with their answer or whatnot. So it was just crazy. And then literally, and it was only supposed to be a 1v1 debate, and mind you, and then it turns into like 20 fucking people coming at me, and then because of how angry I was getting when they literally muted me for the 3rd fucking time, I told them, hey, like, I'm already debating fucking 20 million people. Like, if you guys fucking mute me one more time, I'm leaving, and then in the end, I'm debating one person, and then I get banned. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, how, like, Six, like, whether you're watching this video or not, how the fuck would you feel if you're fucking debating with your friends or whatever, and you keep getting muted, or you're going against 20 fucking people, okay? Or better yet, get banned for just debating. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, shit, you make great content, but you really have a shitty fucking morality. Like, damn, dude. Swag Kage wouldn't fucking do that shit. Like, what? So anyways, like, don't join his Discord. Don't fucking do it. You literally would be making the worst mistake of your life. Most of the people in his Discord are fucking retarded anyways. Just don't do it. Okay, it's literally a bunch of kabukis in his chat. They're just as bad as Kabuki, okay? And fucking, like I said, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. And the best part about it, the reason why I'm on YouTube right now is there's literally this video right here, that has the same fucking points, same perspectives, same like fucking things that I was throwing in the debate, and it's relevant if Seth and Swag and Six are fucking talking about it. But let me bring up these points and perspectives and so on and so forth and try to debate something. I'm the bad guy, and I get banned for literally saying this stuff. Like, we're gonna watch this video real quick, and then I'm ending the video, and that's it, because I want to keep this video as short as possible. But like, I kid you not, like, I get literally banned for having the same mentality as what they had in this video. Okay, let's watch this video. I agree with everything that's said in here. Let's watch this video and look at like the perspectives, everything they say, and so on and so forth. Okay, remember that, and then literally go to my channel, watch the debate. Okay, it's literally called Naruto Debate something, whatever, on Six's Discord, and watch that debate. It's 2 hours long, so if you got time, fuck it, watch it. But literally watch that debate, and I'm literally saying the same things or bringing up or very similar concepts or examples and whatnot, and I'm just wrong. I'm irrelevant. I'm the bad guy, and I get muted 3 times, then have to do 1v20, and then get banned in the end. So, yeah, that's Six's Discord. Just letting you know. And I sort of, like, even if I got unbanned or whatever, I'm not joining back the Discord. And literally, if I do get unbanned, I will go on that Discord and I will fucking tag Six and be like, dude, your fucking Discord is very disrespectful. Okay, like, bye and go fuck yourself, basically. Because, like, that shit just pisses me off. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're big, small, nobody, whatever. Like, don't fucking disrespect me because you have a difference in opinion. I don't give a fuck, you know. So, but let's show. Let's show.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Sorry for the ads.
Challenge yourself.
That after fighting Killer Bee and Sage Naruto loses to Pain, Obito thinks that Sasuke is so inferior to Naruto that he doesn't even want to roll up to the Leaf Village with him. Obito, Sasuke, and Zetsu shouldn't roll up to the Leaf Village. It might be a waste of time. And he thinks that Naruto, who just lost to Pain alongside the entire Leaf Village, Gamabunta, and all the Sage Frogs, and needed the Nine Tails and Minato to save him, would mop Sasuke. Like, just some, like, basically almost a random, combatant in that battle. So you have, then Sasuke goes to the Kage Summit, even though he's supposed to be way weaker than Pain, way weaker than Pain. And even though he pretty much almost solo kills the Raikage after, struggling with Mei and Gaara and having to fight all these people, Obito says, I thought you would have done better. He said that. He literally said, I thought you were going to do better. I thought you were going to weaken them so I could, take a hostage or two at least. So if Pain is way stronger than that, you can guarantee some bodies are going to hit the floor, literally. So I do think that Pain actually does stand enough of a chance to at least contest this. I know some people think the Raikage would just instant blitz and annihilate Pain. I don't think that's narratively implied at all. The other thing that kind of...
To address that real quick, actually, we know that Sage Naruto should be relative in speed to the Raikage because he's able to move faster than the third Raikage.
Okay, quick thing. I brought this feed up as well at a certain point. I don't know if it trying to remember. Can't remember why, but I remember bringing this feed up, and there was some people that were trying to tell me that it was fucking irrelevant and didn't matter. Cause I think I was trying to support that how much of a big deal Sage Mode is. That even though someone can be faster than you or have higher AP, that if you're smart enough or if you're good enough, okay, and especially if you got either the hacks or the amps for it, okay, that you can more than likely pull a W. And this is a perfect example. And someone wanted to tell me that no, if they don't scale to their power level, then no, that everything they do is useless and irrelevant. But yet they're pulling this up to provide that same clarification. And it's okay for them, but if I fucking say it, then no. Well, at least let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna say them. No, I'm not, because Swag and Seth have nothing to do. But if Six is Discord, says no, then I'm the fucking bad guy. Yet Six is in this video, but he's being a fucking hypocrite.
Kage. So, if we just quickly assume that A the fourth and A the third are relative speed, then that him getting annihilated immediately by a speed blitz shouldn't really be a factor.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of debatable whether or not you think Sage Naruto has better reaction and combat speed than KCM. That's a whole different can of worms. Naruto seems to think it is. There's weird arguments you can make about that. But the other narrative argument is, of course, that Zetsu, despite being the Akatsuki's intel man, he knows about Minato, he knows about Kakashi, he knows about all the Kage. He's been watching since the days of Kaguya, waiting for his chance to raise people up to destroy the world, right? This Zetsu thinks that Obito even conceiving that Pain would ever be defeated was inconceivable. He thought it was just completely unthinkable that anybody would have taken down Pain, despite him being the Akatsuki's intel man. He watched Naruto beat Kakuzu. He saw all the fights with Deidara. He saw the fight with Sasori. He saw Hiruzen versus Orochimaru. He saw all of those battles. But
this is my vision. I take over. You two under me.
Oh, right, because you like playing.
Pain losing, inconceivable. So it's very bizarre to say that Pain stands no chance because of power cliffing, though. It seems really awkward to say that, but I'll.
Okay, so that's an excellent point he just brought up, and I also brought up that same point in my debate video on Six's Discord. Everyone was trying to bring up the whole power cliffing, scaling, and so on and so forth, yet when I said that's kind of fucking stupid and blah blah and this and that, everyone wants to have a heart attack, lose their mind, or demand me to prove it, blah, blah, and etc. And it's like, dude, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? But once again, if they, well, not, I need to stop saying they, if Six, has this mentality because he's with, Seth and Swag, because he wants to just be fucking fake and be a hypocrite, it's okay now. But if I say that, it's not.
Let you guys speak for a little bit. I just want to make my opening.
So the context behind what Seth is talking about is Obito is saying that he had plans in case Pain would have died, and Zetsu's basically thinking why would you even make plans in case of that? What made you think that would ever happen, right? That's what Zetsu is talking about. So he just thinks that Pain is completely unstoppable. He watches the 5 villages. He knows of Itachi and his Susanoo with the Totsuka blade. He knows about Kirin and all of that stuff. Still thinks Pain is unstoppable.
I also think that power cliffing in Naruto is a really weird argument for Pain losing to the Kage, because the power progression in Naruto is, it's linear, but the line definitely isn't straight, right? It goes all over the place sometimes. You go from Kakashi versus Zabuza in the Land of Waves to literally Genin fighting in the Chunin exams. And then you go up to the Sani level fight and the 3-way deadlock, and then back down again to Genin Chunin level with the Sasuke retrieval arc. So it's very reasonable to assume that the general power level could have gone down, narratively speaking, from the Pain arc to the 5 Kage Summit arc. So I think anybody arguing power cliffing, like Seth was saying, I think that's a bit weird.
It also seems bizarre too, because here's the thing about Naruto that a lot of people don't know, and this is more evident in the novels. The people don't know that Itachi knows about Sage Mode because he read about it and studied it in school. He read about Sage Mode in school, right? He was educated on it. And Shukaku is probably, one of the smartest people in all of Naruto. He's smarter than Shikamaru, right? Who's considered a type of genius.
Well, they made him the intel lead, the strategist of the whole allied shinobi forces.
Exactly.
They had to pick smart man out of the whole world, and they were you.
What I'm saying is that this guy knows about Sage Mode. He sees Sage Naruto. He's like, you know what, Shikamaru, I don't care if you fought Hidan and beat him with a strap. You would do nothing to Pain. You don't even go over there. I'm not going with you either. No one's going over there. We're just getting his way. Guy and Lee come. Get out of the way. Stop, don't get any closer.
Shikaku doesn't tell them that. It's Tsunade Slug, but they all think that Sage Naruto is on another level.
Exactly.
Right?
And then what people don't know is fatigued Pain annihilates him after destroying the whole Leaf Village and all the Sage Toads from that mountain. So
possibly an amped Sage Naruto, because we know that you can get mental amps in Naruto. And after he gets out of Chibaku Tensei and talking to Minato, Pain notes that all of Naruto's doubt has been erased.
That's another point that I brought up in the debate on Six's Discord. I literally said mental amps are also a thing in Naruto, and they wanted to tell me that that's irrelevant and doesn't fucking mean anything. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean that's irrelevant? You're talking about an extremely fatigued, exhausted Pain that's going against a Sage Mode Naruto that now has a fucking crazy ass mental amp, and he still beat him. You know what I mean? What do you mean? But once again, Six for some fucking reason, it agrees, you know. But when I was saying in the debate, I'm the fucking criminal, and I get banned in the end. Like it's fucking hilarious what I'm seeing and hearing in this video right now, because I was literally bringing up the same counterpoints, etc., or the same evidence to support why, you know, this and that and blah blah, why he could do this and potentially do this, and everyone was just fucking coming at me like I'm some crazy ass insane fucking person, bro. Like that I was just some horrible bad person and then get banned for it. Like this is hilarious, absolutely fucking hilarious.
So
Yeah.
Pain likely beaten amped up Sage Naruto.
And an example of this is obviously he also got amps versus Haku as well, which made him above Kakashi without even a Bijou cloak, right, in the Land of Waves, as an example. So these mental amps are extremely pivotal in Naruto. So, and the fact Pain just absolutely annihilated it. That out of the way, I think we established this is a discussion that can be had, because some people just think it can't happen, right? So how do you think it would actually go down now that we've established it can happen?
I think the right Kage is around like Sannin level, right? Like with Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru and all of them, right? And Pain obviously killed Jiraiya, right? Like he murdered him. It was awful. Jiraiya and Orochimaru, they're also implied to be around Hiruzen's level, right? In part 1, and here
This is my vision. I take over. You two under me.
Oh, right, because you like playing.
Hiruzen is stated by Kabuto, who spies on all 5 villages, by the way, right? Kabuto is like a super intel man. Like, obviously he works for Orochimaru, who's in hiding. He's also trying to gain ultimate power, so Kabuto should have like a fair bit of knowledge on the 5 villages, and he thinks that Hiruzen is the strongest Kage out of all of them.
I would also like to say too, before anybody says, well, what if the Kage got swapped out? And I think the only Kage implied to be like taken out of power between that statement and the 5 Kage summit is like Yagura, who I think we can all agree May is not stronger than.
Yeah,
so,
Yagura is actually pretty crazy. So
yeah, so and by the way, yeah, like if we've got Pain above Yagura from that statement, that's another thing too. But that's kind of a separate thing. The main thing to take away is that Pain should be above Hiruzen, since Orochimaru was above him, and Pain should be therefore stronger than all the people at this summit.
Another thing I find interesting is that people are...
Okay, so they just literally just said Pain should be stronger than everyone at that summit. I said the same thing, and I literally asked in the debate and said, okay, do you guys think Pain is stronger than the 5 Kage summit? And they're like, yeah, but 1v1 only, not all of them. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do they do to a fucking almighty push? Like, how do they survive that? Explain, you know? And they were losing their fucking minds, and et cetera, et cetera. And once again, Six will agree with this, you know, and is trying to wank Pain as hard as possible, as much as possible right now with Seth and Swag. But if I was fucking doing it in his Discord debate channel, I get fucking banned. Hilarious.
argue this power cliffing thing, but then they're so willing to accept that Hiruzen can come back and fight off the Buddha statue that's fighting off the entire Shinobi Alliance by itself. But he's supposed to be weaker. The only thing difference is he has more stamina, right? Like, but so his power is enough to fight off the being at once that's gonna blow away like the Shinobi Alliance, but he got power cliffed. Seems kind of bizarre to me, you know what I'm saying? So also this will be including Danzo. So how do you guys think Danzo will handle Pain?
So Danzo's actually pretty interesting because I think that he has a better matchup against Pain than Tsunade does just because of his hacks. But I don't think he has any like AP or like any like hacks of his own, unless we use like the Storm reverse tetragram seal that's like an insta kill.
In the Storm,
but unless we use that, I don't think he has like the AP to put Pain down.
Unless
so like now that
take counters, I don't know.
So like now that we've got all the narrative stuff out of the way, the thing about like the Kage fighting against the Paths of Pain is that not only is Pain like physically strong, right? Because like the Asurapath, for example, was able to physically overpower Jiraiya and like rip off one of his limbs. So we know that they should be physically strong enough to contend with them. But also
in Sage mode.
Yeah, in Sage mode.
Oh, I brought this up as well in the fight. Didn't mean anything. Irrelevant. Stupid. What am I talking about? I'm crazy. Blah, blah, blah. But yet, here it is. Here it is. Another fucking feat I talked about with Pain.
But they should also be like they're just way more like hacks. The craziest example of like Pain hacks is when like B like just runs up to Nagato and like full powered like V2 cloak lariats him. And this is like a Tai jutsu, by the way. Right, so it's not like I don't think that the Pratapath can just absorb like regular punches that aren't being amped by chakra, and like B does this and like runs up to Nagato and just punches him, and Nagato takes no damage and actually like instantly sucks up all of B's chakra, and like he sucks him straight out of V2. He goes back to base and is completely blown away. And Kisame says something along the lines of like B has so much chakra that if he were to absorb it all, it would drive him insane. And Nagato just like right there in the blink of an eye sucks it all up at once. So I find it really hard to imagine.
So again, I also brought that feat up in the debate. Okay, which you could use as evidence to where how fucking powerful that ability is, and it's no joke, and blah blah, etc., and the same exact emphasis that fucking Swag is explaining right now, that clearly Six agrees with, because he's not interrupting him or debating him or whatever. Yet let me do that in Six's Discord debating channel, and I'm the fucking crazy person.
That any of them would have just this massive, like humongous, gargantuan attack that would just like kill all of the Pains at once that the Pratapath wouldn't be able to absorb.
I would argue he would easily absorb even the particle style as well. Like
he did. No, he would because Madara did it.
Yeah, Madara did it. And like Seth mentioned, this is including Danzo, and Danzo is actually directly weaker than Pain. So there's a statement for Suigetsu whenever Suigetsu meets up with EMS Sasuke, right? That reviving Orochimaru is a bad idea because Sasuke always underestimates him, and Orochimaru, even without his arms, will still be dangerous to him, right? Now, Suigetsu doesn't know about EMS Sasuke, but he does know about MS Sasuke and his Susanoo because he was with him in the Kage Summit, right? So he's saying that now they've just surpassed their mentors, whereas that earlier Sasuke didn't. Obviously, being Orochimaru, like the Sannin tier of people who Pain just scales over, right? And Danzo scales to MS Sasuke, if not below him. So Pain actually is just above Danzo, literally.
Yeah, well, like another way you can easily like put Pain above one of the Kage too is that Orochimaru should be like, without sickness, of course, should be stronger than Heavy Sasuke, especially the Heavy Sasuke before he absorbed Orochimaru. And that Sasuke beat Deidara, who beat Gaara. So, Pain's like by like multiple levels, above Gaara pretty easily too. So yeah, we've already knocked two of them out.
I think another thing that people underestimate is that absorption ability. So you brought up a good example, but people don't know is that absorption ability is literally pretty much infinite. Like people don't know that.
Yeah, it's stated to be a bottomless pit.
It literally like absorbs all energy into like an
Someone else was actually siding with me during the debate and mentioned this, that it's a bottomless pit, and even Seth the programmer is saying that it is practically almost infinite, yet some fucking retard on Six's Discord, the guy that I was debating in the end, and the reason why I got banned for whatever, just simply debating that guy, he wanted to tell me that Prime Alive Nagato, not Edo, but Prime Alive Nagato would not be able to absorb chakra infinitely, and that there's a limit to it, and that it could actually hurt him, and that he could not be able to like control so much fucking chakra, or whatever the case may be. That like if he like tried to absorb the perfect Susanoo, it would be too much for him, and he just couldn't. You know what I mean? And then he dies. And then brought up like the fucking like something that happened with Madara at the end of the war arc, like and saying that, oh, like when Madara had too much chakra or whatever, that like he fucking was blowing up and he just blew up. First off, that was when fucking Zetsu fucking stabbed him, you fucking dumbass. You know what I mean? He got stabbed and was critically injured and then couldn't control that chakra and blew up and Kage came out of him. You know, like, but once again, they're bringing up a critical perspective and point, but let me say something like that or try to explain or whatever. I'm wrong. I'm the bad guy. Ban him. But it's okay with these three. Okay.
Infinite, endless pit of just nothing, right? Like a swamp of nothing.
Yeah.
And he can pretty much just absorb everyone, and he can do like 8 Tails version 2 of Killer Bee in a snap, which is more chakra than any of these Kage have. So he can literally instantly sap all of them, and basically if he gets his hands on them. Another thing I wanted to bring up is that if we have full power Tendo Pain, I wonder if just Shinra Tensei would just one-shot some of them. Okay, so it blew away and damaged Sage Naruto, Gamabunta, and all of the Sage Toads, and pretty much almost one-shotted all of them in one attack.
It broke all of Gamabunta's bones.
I also brought this feat up. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant and stupid. Blah blah blah. This and that. Like apparently Gamabunta is weaker than fucking Orochimaru and Jiraiya and Tsunade and all this other shit that he only scales to Manda or whatever. So meaning that this feat with pain is irrelevant and doesn't connect to anything and doesn't scale to anything, and so it's just stupid and blah blah. But here they are bringing it up. Here they are bringing it up and saying why it's pretty fucking critical, blah blah, this and that, and yada yada, and why it could one shot whatever, blah blah. But let me try to bring this feat up and explain why and so on and so forth. But I'm wrong. They're right, but I'm wrong.
And I was going to bring this up in a totally unrelated discussion, but Gamabunta should be like Biju level, because we literally watch him fight Shukaku, and he's taking attacks from Shukaku, and I mean like he says he can't take too many or else he'll die, but like Shukaku doesn't one shot him, and then Pain just runs up. That Gamabunta is not even his main target. It just boom breaks all of his bones, right? So like Seth was saying, if this is full power Tendo Pain,
Hate ads. I hate them so much, bro.
It could very easily, it might just kill May. Gaara, I know Gaara has a sand to block stuff, but I don't think sand could block a concussive wave of
Plus, the Shinra Tensei would negate his sand anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it's stated to negate all.
It would also negate his sand armor as well and hit him directly. So
yeah, so he'd just get blown into the wall and maybe die.
And we have no real good base Gaara durability feats without his armor, so it's less than Datara level with a little bomb almost.
Once again, they said something I said as well in the debate, that Pain's Almighty Push negates all fucking ninjutsu, okay? And ninjutsu consists of chakra. And guess what? Madara utilizes chakra, and he has the fucking perfect Susanoo, which is chakra, okay? And you're gonna tell me that it can't possibly negate that? What? So it's okay for it to negate Gaara's defense, which is sand and is also made out of chakra, but it can't negate Madara's defense, which is made out of chakra? Okay, and here they are bringing that up, but let me bring something like that up and try to, emphasize on it. I'm the crazy person. Ban him.
Only person
Gaara just blocks attacks with his sand. Anytime he gets hit, he just dies, really. The only people that hit him are Datara and Madara, and
I really questioned if someone like May would survive. I don't know.
I think she would die, and it would be an accident. I don't even think he'd mean to do it. I think she would just get her spine broken or something.
So a lot of people would argue, oh well, the Pains, they're good against one person, but in a team fight. But Pain was getting jumped by a bunch of people who were Kage level in the Leaf Village,
by the whole Leaf Village, in fact, yeah. Well, like, so here's the thing we actually haven't talked about yet. Like, do people not think that like the animal path summons are good at crowd control? You know,
Right.
Like I feel like they'd at least be able to handle like some of the Kage.
They're able to take giant Sage Rasengans and just kind of come back like no problem.
Yeah, like the Chimera dog just like tanks like a mega like a
Chimera dog
huge Odin
is a monster.
Yeah,
I don't even know how did the Kage even deal with that.
They can't.
Would it beat them by itself?
Okay, I think maybe a Noki could like vaporize it at best, but like how would the others deal with it? Maybe like
just summon it again.
Maybe Donzo would have to like tetragram seal it or something. Like, is that the only thing?
Okay, so you see how they just brought up that fucking summoning the dog? And you see how heavily they're fucking wanking it and emphasizing like how big of a deal it is? I was doing the same thing, yet I was crazy for it. I was absolutely insane for it. Because I asked this one guy, my question to him was, how does EMS Madara with only the perfect Susanoo take care of the dog? Give me an answer of how he takes care of it. Because whenever you hurt it and injure it, it basically just splits into two and there's more of it. Okay? So please tell me how he takes care of that summoning. Okay, and even if, let's say somehow, some way, he is actually able to put it down for good, which he can't, okay, because all he has is nothing but AP with the perfect Susanoo, no hack ability to, like, somehow miraculously just make it disappear. Even if he does make it disappear, the fucking summoning path of pain, or Nagato himself, could just summon it again. So it's like, you know, but once again, if I fucking say that, I'm wrong and ban him. But here's Six, Swag, and Seth, and it's okay. Like, fuck you, Six. Just fuck you.
Summoned again.
Okay, here's another argument too. What do we do about Donzo's Kodo Matsukami?
He gets one pain at best, and he dies. Simple.
Yeah. Because we know, actually, for some weird reason, the pains are individually affected by Genjutsu.
Well, no, because remember Shisui with his, he could do it like over the entire Uchiha clan, but then for some reason Donzo implied it could only do it to one.
Yeah, like he only does it on Hanzo instead of doing it on all the Kage. So
and he's also like, oh, I should save this for Madara, but Sasuke's gonna kill me, instead of just like doing both of them. So like Donzo might just not be able to use it at the same range as Shisui. So even then, like, and then it's debatable, how does it work on a corpse puppet that's being controlled from afar? You know, it's so.
And again, it would only affect the pain body, not the actual like
right. Does it like go up to transceivers and like control Nagato?
No, because we know that Genjutsu only affects individual pain bodies. When Jiraiya caught the 3 pains in the frog song, the other pains weren't affected. They were the only ones trapped in there, and it didn't affect Nagato at all.
So
I wonder as well if he could just turn off the pain that got hit by it.
Yeah, so we know the pains are like constantly getting chakra from Nagato, right? Which is like a way to break Genjutsu, right?
Yeah.
And in the anime, when Kodo Matsukami's put on Mifune, they break him out of it the same way you break people out of like normal Genjutsu. So there's a possibility that it just might not work at all.
I think people downplay the pain's Genjutsu resistance as well because of the frog song. But people don't realize that frog song might be like the strongest jutsu, like Genjutsu, that we know of almost. Like,
well, look at the other
actually,
thing.
Yeah, it's stated in the data book that frog song is the strongest like Genjutsu. Like maybe like ocular Genjutsu might be different, but the strongest Genjutsu ever is what it took to take down those 3 pains. It didn't even affect the main body from what we know. So with the whole Donzo thing, it might be complicated because he can come back to life over and over. But as we said, you might be able to imply that Donzo might just get one-shotted by Shinra Tensei too, just over and over, because it's
over
like,
and over again.
Well, it should definitely be stronger than like a Susanoo punch, right?
Because Sasuke just one-shotted him over and over. Like, it's not like he was like relative to Sasuke. He was just tiring Sasuke out after he kept being one-shotted. So it's like, it's so. Maybe if Pain like threw out a Chibaku Tensei and then he used one of his eyes to get out of it, like maybe Pain might be in a rough spot, kind of. But what do you guys think about the 5 Kage versus Chibaku Tensei? Let's hear that one.
A tries to punch it and gets sucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. Like, A is gonna fly into it like Saitama versus the meteor, and just like try
He's
to
gonna
punch
get
through
he's
it.
just gonna get sealed. He's gonna be the first one gone, right?
Yeah.
Then Inoki's the next one to go because of his back problems.
He might be
May-
able
May
to
is already
vaporize
dead.
it with particle style. That's my
May is
only
already
thing.
dead. She got
Yeah.
one shot by Shinra Tensei. Like,
Yeah, you're right. Like she can't help because she's already dead. You're right.
Also, the argument that Gaara might get one shot too because Shinra Tensei like negates his like defenses. So
yeah.
yeah.
So Gaara's dead too. So yeah.
So it's just the Raikage, Onoki, and May
And-
trying to
no, Danzo.
not May, Danzo. Yeah, sorry. Like trying to stop it, and like, man, I don't even like. Would Danzo even like help them? Would he be like, good. The other leaders are getting sealed. Like in
yeah,
character.
maybe in character he'd be okay with letting him
Yeah.
die first.
He'd
Yeah,
probably
like-
try to like negotiate with Pain and just die.
Yeah, he's like, now I see your, that.
Maybe we're not giving the Kage enough credit. Like maybe they could like use some crazy teamwork strategy. But the problem is that Pain really does have good crowd control. Like we've
Yeah.
seen him fight probably like 20,000 people and like destroy them all at once, basically.
Well, they also have like no like, I guess synergy feats is what you would call it at the Five Kage Summit. Like they all hate each other.
They were able to like so they were able to like corner Madara for a bit, and he had to use Perfect Susano, but it was
No,
like,
I'm talking about at the summit because they all hated each other there.
Right.
They didn't want to work together.
But even then, it was like even then with Madara, the only reason he got tagged is because he like kind of let them. Like he
them.
just wasn't even
So like,
And so, but you have a good point. Like they weren't even like trying to really work together. Because if the premise is, what if Pain was in Sasuke's position? Is Inoki just chilling with Danzo in the Kage room, like, and then while the Raikage gets solo stomped? Like,
Yeah, he
how does
might
that
actually
work?
go through all of them one at a time. Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
Raikage is like the most like battle hungry out of all of them, so he tries to get Pain first and just dies, and then it's even easier
Yeah.
for Pain.
I think
I think they may take the leader of the Akatsuki a bit more seriously, but I wonder
Right.
if Zetsu would have like snitched on Pain like he did Sasuke.
I don't think he would,
Probably not.
because with Sasuke they were trying to amp him, but with
He may actually like come in and like whisper to the Raikage, "Hey, Pain's here," and then he'd be like, "What?" And he'd like go out there by himself, and then like the other Kage would be like really confused.
Yeah, because
what the
the
fuck? And then-
Raikage,
get annihilated.
the Raikage hates the Akatsuki in general, right? Not just
Yeah.
Sasuke. So yeah, he might just like rush at Pain and just die really quickly. So Pain takes out the entire Leaf Village. We've gone over that, right? The Leaf Village
Yeah.
is 1/5 of the Shinobi Alliance. And what people don't know is that the Shinobi Alliance was actually formed specifically to counter the Biju, right? They're like,
Yeah.
our best chance against the Biju that Madara has is to just form a Shinobi Alliance, right? So Pain beating 1/5 of them easily, like the easiest of anything we've ever seen Pain do, should
Yeah.
just imply that Pain would like stomp them out, because the Shinobi Alliance includes the Kage, right? Like Gaara was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
overall, I think we could wrap it up there. Overall, he just has the hacks. He just has the.
We didn't even talk
narrative
about Soul
behind him.
Steel yet. Yeah. He just runs up and pulls out their souls. Like, what do they do?
The soul steel. Like, oh, here's something interesting. Could Danzo use his eyes if his soul got grabbed,
I don't think so.
or would it negate his ability to
So
use
if
it?
these were like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I was like reading their effects, and I was like a judge at like a tournament, I would like rule against Danzo being able to use Izanagi in response to the Soul Steel based on how it seems to work.
It does seem weird. It's
Yeah.
a little bit convoluted. I can see that for sure, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
like maybe, but then Pain just does it again.
yeah. So all in all, like I just think the statements like Sage mode is probably faster than KCM. Like you can debate about that, but I think it's probably implied.
I think it is.
Yeah. Naruto is considered stronger than Sasuke by a ton, and they thought that Sasuke could do well at the Kage Summit. even
Yeah.
being weaker than Naruto, who got absolutely ragdolled by fatigued pain.
Yeah.
I think, and then obviously there's the Sannin scaling. The Raikage is somewhat of a rival for Tsunade, give or take. He's probably a little bit stronger, but and then all the Sannin are kind of relative, so it's kind of weird for him to not scale to them. And then all of these hacks that easily kind of deal with all of them. Said maybe Danzo. Danzo's kind of complicated, but other than that, I just think it's just too. It is pretty cut and dry. But I'd love to hear your guys' arguments. Maybe you guys think the Kage do win.
Okay, so that's the video, right? I pretty much had the same exact mentality, and I got banned. I got banned for it. Yeah. So 6 can have the same mentality, but let me have that. I get banned for it. It's great. So yeah. Yeah. So in a nutshell, hope for what you guys learned from this video is don't join 6's Discord, because you will get banned even if you have the same exact mentality as 6. And you just like I said, you just get banned for just debating, or like for instance, like if you did a comment down below and Swag didn't like it, then he would just somehow figure out a way to ban you and you can never use YouTube again. That's basically what 6 did to me. Like, it literally, the most disrespectful, the most unprofessional, and the most, in my opinion, discriminating fucking thing to do. It's like, who the fuck are you people? Are you serious? It's one thing if someone is acting extremely out of line and doing some really dumb shit, either saying something very, out there or whatever, or better yet, just at least, warranting a reason to be banned. But the fact that I'm literally just professionally debating a topic on Naruto and I get banned for that? Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, that debate is also on my YouTube channel. So it's on my YouTube. I had it recorded just in case. You know what I mean? And I was originally going to ask 6 to post that if I could. But I don't give a fuck what 6 thinks now. He can literally suck my fucking left nut, okay? And dead ass, I have everything posted. Everything. So if you guys don't believe me or you think I'm fucking crazy, watch that debate video. It is 2 hours long. But watch that debate video and fucking just hear all the similar arguments that I was throwing out there that they were saying in this video and whatnot and blah blah. The only difference that they're referring to the 5 Kage Pains fighting, I was referring to EMS Madara that doesn't have 9 tails, has no Into on the Rinnegan, okay, and doesn't have any amps, so on and so forth. He just only has the Menkyo Sharingan and the Perfect Susanoo. And who he was fighting against was not the weakest Pain, not Edo Nagato, prime alive Nagato with the same abilities, same hacks, and having 6 passive pains as Tail Jinchuriki Beast, okay? Starting from 4 all the way to 9 tails. And just one example, I'm not saying all of them, just one. The Tendo Pain, the one, that can use Almighty Push or Chipaka Tensei, he would be the one with the 9 tails inside of him, so on and so forth. So, all these pains having the Jinchuriki, transformations, version 1, then version 2, and then version 3, which is the full fucking Jinchuriki perfect transformation, all that stuff to be consideration. And Nagato having the Geto statue, and be able to using the chains, and be able to fucking put all the tailed beast inside of it if he really needed to, and to utilize the fucking 10 tails, or just to become the Jinchuriki host for it, all these things, all these variables. Okay, that was the version of Nagato that I am speaking of, and the actual original user of the Rinnegan too, because there's a difference between being the fake user and the actual person that got the eye, okay? And literally, I get banned for that. I thought that was a pretty good, interesting, and good fucking fight to talk about. You know what I mean? But I was wrong. I get banned for it, and that is it. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If I'm just, you know what I mean, just either out there or if I have a point or whatever. Like I said, I'm gonna put the link in the description below of the debate video that I am referring to on 6's Discord channel. So it's literally me on voice chat debating on his Discord. Okay. With people that are on his Discord and maybe even one of his close friends, because only either his close friends or him can be able to ban me. So I'm assuming one of them also had to be in the voice chat, and whatever, and that's why it happened. But regardless, watch that video. It's proof. It's out there. It's there. And it will literally prove that not only 6 is hypocritical, but he's also fucking unprofessionally and disrespectful. And disrespectfully fucking just like morally just a shitty fucking person. Don't join his Discord. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. That's it. Peace. Batman out.